Welcome back to New Mexico Wildlife. I'm Bob Girding. According to expert fly fishing guide Taylor Streit, fly fishing on the Upper Rio Grande can be second to none if the fishing pressure is realistic. You may want to put on your hiking boots to get to this spot.
We're here on the Upper Rio Grande, Taos County, New Mexico, and the river's kind of high, and the case is that for the last couple of years with all the rain we've had, it's filled up the river and made it dirty an awful lot. So we haven't got to fish it that much and guide it. So we're going to see if we can't pull some fish out of there. So what we'll have to do is go deep.
Hall of Fame fly fisherman Taylor Streit knows these waters. He's been guiding them for decades, and he knows what he's come here to catch.
It's somewhat of a misconception that you're fishing for big brown trout in a lot of the Upper Rio Grande, and they are here, but what we're really after is rainbows from 15 to 20 inches.
Angling on the Upper Rio Grande in the Wild Rivers Recreation Area north of Taos can be the trip of a lifetime once you get there. You see, the river has cut an 800-foot deep chasm through this volcanic canyon, which translates into a mile-long steep trail on foot to get started. While gearing up, Taylor reveals a secret to fishing these waters.
Okay, now, I'm going to do something I haven't done for a while, and that is set up this kind of odd deep water rig where I'm going to run some braided dacron, this stuff here, to monofilament, and a 1X tippet. And what that does is allows you to get deep real fast. Whereas you have a tapered leader, which we normally use, and I normally use, but the tapered leader is will be rather thick, so it doesn't descend, doesn't sink real fast.
The canyon floor is littered with huge volcanic boulders one has to navigate to get on the river. With two flies on, the Poundmeister and a big black woolly booger, Taylor wets his line and shows us his technique for casting two flies.
You'll notice that I try and keep it all tight all the way around as I go around, okay? Otherwise, it's going to get horribly tangled. So I'm keeping it tight as it comes all the way around in an oval, like so. It's not very noble fly casting, but gets the job done.
And it isn't long before Streit moves up into faster waters and gets his first strike.
Got one. Got the line around my foot too. Oh, he's not big. He's not too big, but it's a fish. Wild rainbow. You can tell it's wild because of these par markings on the side and the white tips on the fins.
With the skunk off, Streit knows the fish will eat despite the fact he doesn't see much activity on the water. He's fished these waters for 40 years. He moved to northern New Mexico after learning to guide in the Adirondacks back in the 60s. After opening the Taos Fly Shop in 1980, he's been guiding ever since. Nowadays, it's a family affair, with his son Nick and wife running the store and a young expert in his own right. Taylor also knows where there are small fish biting here, bigger ones should follow.
There we go. It's a good one. Sometimes you fish something from a little different spot and you get different results. Okay, this is a pretty big fish, so we need to fight him on the reel. He took the Poundmeister. About 16 or 17 inches, I think. Maybe bigger. I want to pull him against the current. And hold him up. And use a big net. Fortunately, he's staying in this pool. A lot of times they'll run off on you, and then they become pretty hard to get, but he's close. Finally, we catch a nice rainbow. I'm gonna have to cut the line here. I wanna do it fast. The water's cold, so should be okay, but I think we got it now. Hooked in a very difficult spot. There, finally. There we go. Put him back here so that he's make sure he's okay. You want to revive him by pulling him back and forth at a speed like this. You can see what my hand's doing, and you want to do it in calm water. So the water back in here, and then I can feel as I pull him back and forth when he starts to get strength. There he goes.
The smile on his face says it all.
Taylor's also the author of a handful of books, including Fly Fishing New Mexico, an illustrated guide, and his latest, Man vs. Fish, published by the University of New Mexico Press. For more information, log on to straightflyfishing.com. And we'd like to thank the New Mexico Department of Game and Fish for their dedication to conservation and education of New Mexico's most precious natural resources, New Mexico's wildlife.